Robbie D. Woody, her new married name. And she is letting us use her outdoor sound system, and she's also going to be playing for us in the Great Hall. Give her one more big hand. We are so honored to have you and Doug and Wes. Give them a big hand. Because on March 6th, is that correct, Olivia? She has to keep these facts straight for me. On March 6th, Olivia arrived that morning. She's always the first one in on Monday morning because I have a hangover. And you all know better than that. But she is the first one to open up the office. She arrived that morning, and by the time I got to the office, she had already notified the police that the building had been vandalized. We've been down here 12 years and have never had our Equality Center vandalized in the whole 12 years. But now there are people here that will remember the previous locations that were always vandalized. That's why we kept having to move. And I know Bill Francisco was at the formation of Oklahomans for Human Rights. Tulsa Oklahomans for Human Rights was there at the very first center we opened, has been at every location, was here when we purchased this space. And so that's all right. It happened. It's behind us. And Wes and Doug helped us raise almost $35,000 in about 3 days. So I want to be sure and thank David Nelson for driving this team of horses to get these windows in. I will tell you there are people missing and bodies buried because he was determined it was going to be ready for tonight. And it was all done in the spirit of Christian love, though, right? It was definitely everybody rowing in the same direction. And Paul Allen can tell you the details, but a little over 800 people from around the world donated that money in just a very short time. And then it's taken us about 5 months because there were many hoops we had to go through. But David steered that ship successfully. And so here are our new bullet-resistant windows. Now, I will tell you, we're grateful for them, but we spent 3 days without any windows or doors during the coldest days of October, and we still were serving people as they were walking through the door, taking care of people. So even if we have to serve people on the sidewalk, that's what we're going to do at Oklahomans for Equality. But it sure is nice to have some new windows to protect us that are bullet resistant, and now we'll be able to handle that wind come sweeping behind the planes with the rain and sometimes debris blowing around in downtown Tulsa. At this time, I want to let Representative Karen Goddess from District 75, she is representing the Capitol, be nice to her. And she's not the reason it's a mess, she just got in there. She's trying to fix it, and so she's going to say a few words on behalf of the state of Oklahoma.
So pleased to see this large of a crowd here tonight. This is fantastic. Don't you love this Oklahoma weather, for one thing, early November. But it's my pleasure tonight to represent the state of Oklahoma as a state legislator. I've been on the job since July the 20th, so not very long. I have been going to the special session. And you can follow me on Facebook on my site, Representative Karen Gaddis. But I post every day what's going on. But we are so pleased to see what has happened with the Equality Center. The Equality Center is a showplace in Tulsa now. I'm so pleased to hear them say that they'll serve people on the sidewalks. I mean, I know that the work they do is important, and they are so dedicated, and I am so thankful that we have these kinds of services. I don't know if you're aware of my background, but my background is in education, working with children. I was, just as I was getting ready to come here this evening, I heard on the news this evening that the University of Oklahoma now has an LGBTQ counselor for children. And this is a new policy. I'm sure that the University of Oklahoma will take some heat from the Oklahoma legislature because of this, but I'm ready to stand up and be heard. And this work is important. You are all Oklahomans. You deserve to be served with exactly the same services as everybody else in this state. So congratulations on what's happening here tonight. I'm very pleased that you're all here, and I'll hand this back over to Toby. Thank you.